On this episode of Riff Music Tock, Ryan and Alex compare the albums you probably have already heard. They also talk about art and money. All now on Riff Music Tock.
I do remember one thing. It's hours and hours and hours. And by the time I was done with it, I'm so far gone. I didn't remember what I said. I carried with me for days and days and days and days. Playing little games. Like, not looking at it for a whole day. And then looking at to see if I still liked it. And you know what? I did! I repeat myself when I'm under stress. I repeat myself when I'm under stress. I repeat myself when I'm under stress. I repeat myself under stress. I repeat myself. I repeat myself. The more I look at it, I do think I like it. The truth is, this is Riff and Rock Music Tock. Wow, that was an original acapella rendition of Discipline, or Indiscipline.
Music Talk.
So we're back. That's a fact.
Some would say that we are in full effect.
Some would. Some may not.
I think that we are in full effect.
But then, well, actually, so we decided to do something a little bit different today. Usually, we review our albums, make snarky comments, and the snarky comments are still plenty abound this time. However, we decided to do sort of a little bit of a competition between two albums, kind of deciding which one's the better buy. Two albums, that we're going to be talking about today, came out earlier this summer, so you may have already bought them, burnt them, or dumped them, and they are Kanye West's Yeezus,
inspired by his child, Northwest,
and a Samsung Galaxy S3 phone app called Magna Carta Holy Grail,
inspired by Blue Ivy Carter,
by a man named Jay-Z, because his name is all caps now. So Hova. But actually, before we started, we never talk about the news, and I read an article the other day, and Ryan, I was curious what your opinion is on it.
I thought it was a very well written article.
You have
could
no idea
use
what
a
it's
little
about.
bit more editing, but all the words are pretty much in a row, so that's it's pretty good enough for me.
Well, so the the article was talking about, there's a guy, he went to an Humphreys McGee concert.
No.
He did.
Wow.
He did.
What a story.
Yeah, he did. But Humphreys has a new service. If you go to their concerts, instead of sitting next to people screaming the lyrics or talking about the last football game, for $50 plus a $500 security deposit, you can get noise-canceling headphones that tune directly into the soundboard. So you would then be basically drowning out all the noise around you and tune peaked right into, or plugged in right into the soundboard mix that the guy who's live mixing it is hearing.
Alex. They stole that idea from the movie Josie and the Pussycats.
Well, the guy from Humphreys developed this because he's like, this would be a cool idea.
Alex,
They
they
really
stole that idea from the movie Josie and the Pussycats.
Is that really from Josie and the Pussycats?
Yeah, you don't remember that movie?
No, I never saw it.
That was such an underappreciated movie. So at the end of the movie, there's like a concert, but you can only hear it if you buy the super special headphones. But the bad guys are going to be using the headphones to put in like advertisements where people become drones. They buy whatever they want.
Well, this wasn't so much emphasizing the drones part, but it was talking about the idea that then you don't have to listen to people screaming and whooping and hollering and annoying you, but you can instead enjoy the pure soundboard mix without any reverberations or anything to that extent. The guy reviewing it said he will, anytime it's an option at a concert, he will only be using it because he had such a positive experience with it.
The guy that invented it.
No, the guy who was reviewing it.
Oh. That's really weird.
I mean, well, yeah, so that's kind of why I brought it up is, I thought about it, and in one regard, I kind of agree with him. It'd be nice to have that high-quality sound instead of, like, especially if you've ever been to the Congress in Chicago, that venue is notorious for everything sounding terrible.
And it has since been shut down, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Congress got shut down?
Yeah, man.
When?
A couple months ago.
Weird. Well, it was a terrible venue.
Yay! No more of that.
But so if you're in a bad venue that's really wasn't designed for a concert, you can put these headphones on. You don't have to hear everyone whooping and hollering, or listen to bad reverb. And you can and they cancel everything outside, but you can adjust the volume so you also don't go completely deaf. But at the same time, it kind of I think takes away from the experience that you're totally shut out from everyone else. Also, the fact that it's a $500 security deposit.
Well, that's because those headphones are so expensive.
Well, and I get that.
I mean, they literally have pillows on each ear. That's how they do it. They just give you or what are they called? Earbuds from Apple, and a couple pillows, and they duct tape it to your head.
Well, the guy was saying that like he could like walk to the bathroom, he could walk away, and he'd still heard he said it cut out once when he went inside a porta potty. So,
wow. If
you had the money and if you went to a concert that had that feature, would you use?
Hell no. Well, no. If it was, no. Even if it was like, here's some free headphones, you can get the most out of the concert. No, I don't want to listen to the band. I mean, I'm at the concert for the ladies. I'm just kidding. But I don't know. It seems like something foolish and would defeat the entire purpose of going to the concert.
Well, that was my thing. Is as annoying as it is listening to the guy scream Freebird and Slayer and
all the banter. Oh my god!
And just like, yeah, man, we went to the Blackhawks game last night and I threw up on my girlfriend's shoes. Best time of my life. Best time of my life.
Give it up, Cleveland. Yeah.
Yeah. So you would drown that out, but it's almost like that's part of the experience. To have to deal with that shit. Also, I can't imagine too many big name concerts, or I couldn't imagine too many smaller concerts would be utilizing it. Like you couldn't go to see the Main Squeeze, and the Main Squeeze wouldn't be offering special squeeze phones.
They should.
That are colored like oranges.
I would buy those if they were like Main Squeeze themed. But like Humphreys McGee, I mean, they're not even. Sorry guys, but Humphreys McGee kind of sucks. I'm not a big fan of jam bands with their jamminess with like 12 members in it where they just kind of hang out for 4 hours. It's not my cup of tea.
No.
Especially when they charge $500 to listen to their shitty music in the porta potty.
An additional... Well, that was the thing too is... So imagine if you go to one of these a bigger concert, so what, $60, $70 probably for a ticket after Ticketmaster and Live Nation take your wallet and roofie it, and you wake up the next morning with your wallet wakes the next morning going like, what happened? Then you have to spend almost an extra $50 for the special headphones. Then you have to hope no jack-off steals them or pours beer on them or punches you in the side of the headphone.
Which would be a legitimate concern.
Right. I mean, I imagine if you're the kind of person who would wear these, you would not be in the center of the concert. You'd be off to the side or in the back. Maybe
in the parking lot.
Enjoying a macchiato or something. So, like, I don't know. I don't know. But I was curious because this guy, I mean, again, the guy who wrote the article is from the Tribune, and you could tell from his photo he was an older gentleman who might appreciate not having his ears raped by stupid teenagers.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like it detracts from the concert experience to pull yourself that far out of it. It's like those VIP booths at Lollapalooza you can spend $200 to sit in for 10 minutes.
Although, don't they have something like that at not Burning Man, maybe at Burning Man, like other festivals where it's like a rave or like a dance party, but it's only like you have to wear headphones, like it's completely silent dance party.
That's so weird.
It is.
I would do that, but all the headphones would be playing different music, so everyone would be dancing to different beats.
Oh yeah, like an iPod party.
Yeah.
I've never been to an iPod party, but I think it would be the dumbest thing in the world.
If you would like to attend Riff and Rock's very first iPod party, write to us at idon'tlikesocializing@riffandrock.com. Let's talk about Magna Carta Holy Grail first.
All right, the tamer of the two.
The Definite Tamer of the Two by Jay-Z. And I believe both Yeezus and Magna Carta Holy Grail are the first albums these two guys have done since their collaboration Watch the Throne.
Yes, watch the Tyrone, which came out, what, 2011?
Or 12, something
Or
like
12.
that. I think at least 11.
Every copy of it, every physical copy was literally made out of 14 karat gold. It was amazing.
Must have been a big financial loss.
No, because they make, well, as Jay-Z says in Magna Carta Holy Grail, he's got billions.
And then trillions.
Oh, also he has trillions.
This was a... I don't know. Ryan, what did you think of Magna Carta Holy Grail?
Overall?
Or, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I think it started off on a really, really strong song, Holy Grail,
Featuring
which
Justin
is easy
Timberlake.
because, I mean, what, in like the Middle Ages or whatever, the Legend of King Arthur, he's looking for the Holy Grail. It takes him forever. They don't really find it. But Jay-Z starts off with it, so he gets that out of the way. He's like, here it is.
Hey guys, I found it. It was behind the couch.
What's next? Picasso? Okay.
In my billions.
But it starts off with Justin Timberlake soothing our souls and really making us feel sad for some reason. And then the beat drops, and I believe Timbaland produced this song.
He was one of the 3 producers. The Dream produced it, Timbaland produced it, and Jerome Harmon produced it.
Oh yes, Jerome Harmon of the Harman Kardon line. No, I'm just making that up.
You want to know how many people wrote this song?
Oh, J-Rock.
Yeah. You want to know how many people wrote this song? Justin Timberlake, Sean Carter, Tyrius the Dream Nash, Timothy Mosley, Jerome Harmon, Ernest Wilson, Kurt Cobain, Dave Grohl, and Chris Novoselic all wrote.
Well,
Apparently.
those last 3 are the members of Nirvana.
And why, Ryan, are the members of Nirvana in the credits for this song?
Because during the bridge of the song, Justin Timberlake and Hova himself start singing along to what is it?
Smells Like Teen
Smells
Spirit.
Like Teen Spirit.
They just break out into the chorus of Smell Like Teen Spirit for I don't know what reason.
But the crazy thing is that it works.
It does.
It sounds amazing. And you're thinking to yourself, what the fuck just happened?
I have, but it's been a while since I've listened to that song. It'd be equally something so stupid yet works so well that I love it. Such as the random introduction of Smells Like Teen Spirit in the middle of the song for no good reason. They just cut into it like Justin Timberlake let's do this. This sounds good. And Jay-Z's at that point in his career, he's like, fuck it, whatever.
I'll just make another $2 million.
Or $2 billion. Or $2 trillion.
Yeah, that sounds more accurate.
Pinky to the mouth. Dr. Evil style. Then, very high energy track breaks down into the sort of slower, heavier Picasso Baby, which Jay-Z performed for 8 hours straight one day at the Louvre.
Oh yeah, with that other lady, the performance artist lady. What's
Lady
her name?
Godiva?
And the Kovich. Oh, fuck, hang on, I'll find out what her name is. She recently did a project with Lady Gaga.
D'Anfort?
No. What was her name? See verse 3 for more. Okay, verse 3. Hang on. what was her name? She's got like
Anakovich?
yeah, that's it. But this lady, look more into her. I'll put up a link to that movie she did with Lady Gaga, where it's just like trying to find like the soul of humanity, what makes us who we really are, or makes us crazy. I believe she did this one thing. It was also in the Louvre, I believe, but she was just sitting on a chair for, I believe, like 40 hours or something crazy, 7 days maybe, and she stayed, I believe, awake the entire time, at least during the working hours of the Louvre or whatever museum. And then across from her was another chair, and people would just come in and sit across from her, and she would just stare at them.
Wow.
And like she would like break down and cry, and she would like, it was kind of attractive. I want to meet this lady.
Yeah.
I want to take her out on a date to Buffalo Wild Wings, and we'll play some trivia, and I will win.
Unless it's about art.
Yeah, unless it's about art, then Jay-Z will win.
And he'll just bust in the room and go, Picasso, baby! No, Jay-Z, that's not who painted that.
Haha, look again. Picasso. Yeah,
It's on the Mona Lisa, he just takes Sharpie, Picasso, baby!
Alright, so in this song, Picasso Baby, he like name drops all of his favorite artists, like well, of course, Picasso, and then what's his name, Mark Rothko. We've got Jeff Koons, Jean-Michel Basquiat.
He really just kind of goes down a list.
He's like, this is my list of my favorite fucking artists. I love these people. And then during the verse 3, then he starts talking about with like news publications, like, I don't like CNN and Fox. I like Padera. He talks about having sex with a fox.
Oh, I remember that line.
Yeah, and then he kind of gets really weird. But the first two the verses, like, I'm so rich, I own all of this art, and you are jealous.
I got the sexy version of Mona Lisa in my house. It was painted by Picasso, baby.
Picasso, baby.
The album starts getting forgettable for a while, though.
Oh my
after that,
God.
very quickly.
It plateaus after the second or third song.
Tom Ford's pretty good. Where he just talks about Tom Ford, who is the guy who makes his suits.
Not Tom Haverford, which is who I thought it was about.
It would have been a more
Character from
interesting
Parks and
song.
Recreation.
Well, yeah, then you got Fuck Me, Fuck With Me, You Knew I Got It.
Which is really just a Rick Ross song featuring Jay-Z.
Right.
It is boring. It is terrible. It is awful. Aside from the very beginning where they quote Pimp C, who was talking about like why rappers wear jewelry and all that. It's pretty interesting. You guys should listen to at least the first 20 seconds of the song.
Maybe fast forward to where Jay-Z says, I'm in Rome, hail Caesar.
Yeah, after that, just kind of skip to the next song, which is, I think, maybe my...
Oceans? Featuring Frank Ocean.
It's my favorite featuring person, although Beyonce was kind of good. But Oceans. How do you feel about the song Oceans?
I don't know. Oceans was... I don't know. It was more or less just a Frank Ocean song, anyway.
Yeah, well, my feelings on it was that Frank Ocean was doing his thing. It was really great. It was kind of sad. It kind of sounded sad. Like, he didn't really want to sing the song. But then...
Does he ever not sound
then,
sad?
Well, I don't know. He sounds kind of happy during some song. I'm sure he's happy while he's eating cereal or something. I don't know. But it just sounded like... I read the lyrics, and it just sounded like Jay-Z's like, I'm really fucking rich, but I'm sad because of slavery. Word. It's like, Jay-Z, what are you talking about?
And I want Frank Ocean on my record. And Frank Ocean said, okay, why not? Now, I wonder, after this, because Beyonce met Death Grips, will Beyonce introduce Death Grips to Jay-Z and there'll be a Jay-Z Death Grips song?
I have a feeling that Jay-Z introduced Beyonce to Death Grips.
But Jay-Z wasn't in that photo. It was that guy from Twilight.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I'm sure he was like, hey, you guys, hey, I got 4 extra tickets to the Beyonce concert. Here you guys go. I can't be there because I got to go put up one of my new paintings
Picasso, baby.
in my yacht. So go hang out with Beyonce. You'll have a great time.
Put in the
Trust
yacht
me.
in my apartment.
My Warren Buffett's coming over. He's gonna clean my floors.
If there's one thing you learn from this album is Jay-Z is fucking rich.
He is fucking rich. He is so rich that Samsung, the company, bought, what was it, 1 million copies of this album before it even came out. So it launched at fucking platinum. This shit was born platinum.
It didn't launch platinum. It launched Picasso.
It launched Picasso platinum.
That's above platinum.
Like, Warren Buffett bought 1 million copies himself after Jay-Z took him drape shopping.
These drapes are made by Picasso. Or made of a Picasso. His cubist years make great drapes.
Fantastic drapes, y'all. Yeah, word.
Well, to go back, just to explain, there were paparazzi photos of the members of Death Grips with that guy from Twilight, the
Edward,
Well, Edward Cullen is...
Oh, wait, what's his real name?
I don't know idea.
John
Leguizamo.
Yeah, John Leguizamo. He kind of looks like him.
And they were hanging out with Beyonce after the Beyonce concert.
They look so drunk.
They were stoned out of their minds or something.
So stoned. Beyonce was the worst of them all.
She looked like kind of happy, and then Zach Hill and Stephen Burnett from Death Grips just looked like why are we here?
They were there to have a good time.
This is artistic for us to be at the Beyonce concert.
Even thugs cry.
Yeah, and the middle gets kind of forgettable. Crown is okay.
FUTW is passable. Kind of like Somewhere in America. It wasn't bad. It was like Jay-Z's like, oh man. Wait, hang on. Let me bring up some lyrics from
a lot of this kind of felt like Jay-Z just kind of went, I'm going to put this album out. And it felt... It's not phoned in or bad. It's safe. It feels very safe.
And there was so many like big names that helped make this album.
This album has about 12,000 people
Rick
in the
Rubin,
credits.
Rick Ross, Frank Ocean, Pharrell did a beat. Timbaland made like 5 beats for this guy. Adrian Young shows up for a song. But the song Somewhere in America, he says the line...
Somewhere in America is all one word, by the way.
Yeah.
And it was produced by Hit Boy, Daryl Hay, DJ Camper, and Mike Dean. Written by S. Carter, Chauncey Hollis, Dar Hill, Camper Jr., and Michael Dean. I'm baffled, Ryan. Why do you need 4 people to write a song?
I don't know. But it's literally one verse. So I'll read the last third of the verse for you. And I'm going to use the N-word. Get over it. By the way, fuck your math. You ain't gotta count it, my nigga. I can add 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 20 million. Oh, I'm so good at math. Might crash your internet. And I ain't even into that. When I was talking Instagram, last thing you wanted was your picture snapped. Feds still lurking. They see I'm still putting work in. 'Cause somewhere in America, Miley Cyrus is still twerking. Oh, I'm so good at math.
I gotta go put a bus in my yacht, which is in my apartment.
Oh,
which is in my grotto.
And that's right. At the end, they're like, twerk, twerk, Miley, Miley. Oh, seriously, Miley Cyrus, what are you doing? You can't twerk.
My favorite song was the pseudo-Caribbean dance party BBC.
Oh, God, the one that sounds like a... It kind of sounded like a... Have you heard any of the Snoop Lion songs?
No. What's like when it was actually Snoop Lion, not the Snoop like dog before Lion?
No, Snoop Lion, his reggae album.
I think Jay-Z's name is J Lion.
Ooh, J Lion, the Hova. All right. So this song is ridiculous. It's got everybody. JT shows back up. Nas is in it for a little bit. What else? Just who else raps in it?
I don't know. It sounds like
it sounds like it says Beyonce was in it. Oh yeah, Beyonce is in this song. So I think it's interesting about that song that Pretty much at the beginning, Beyonce says, "My motherfucker is a billionaire, motherfucker. You heard that shit. I said my motherfucker is a billionaire, motherfucker."
Yeah, she did.
It's so poignant. I had no idea that Jay-Z was a billionaire.
Or a trillionaire, depending at what point of the album you're asking.
I've never really heard Beyonce swear before, have you?
No.
Yeah, that's rare. Something else that's rare in this
I think
song.
maybe once you become a billionaire, you can just say motherfucker or whatever you want.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, Bill Gates could have just been like, this is Windows motherfucker.
Windows 8.
Motherfucker edition.
But another interesting thing about this song is that Nas is in it. I'm not sure if you listeners, are up to date on your hip-hop beefs, but Jay-Z and Nas had the dumbest, most pointless rap beef in the world. They're just like, Jay-Z, I'm not a fan of you. And then Jay-Z's like, Nas, you can suck a dick. And then they like made songs at each other. And then eventually they got so rich that it didn't matter anymore. And so they became best friends.
Do you think they created the beef as just like a public image in order to sell more songs? So then when they became billionaires, they could high five at the end?
Without a doubt. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened with Tupac and Biggie, but then it just kind of got out of hand because they were both walking down the street and fell onto some bullets. You know how it is. But what the hell was I going to say? Oh, yeah. But as far as Nas / Jay-Z songs, is by far the worst. And the song Black Republican is the best.
You're saying BBC is the worst?
Yeah, well, Jay-Z / Nas songs.
Oh, I thought the song was just very catchy and fun.
Yeah,
But it was like a party.
It was like a party, but like you need to listen to their other songs.
Okay,
it's just like dark and awful, and miserable. You feel like you're about to be blindfolded, brought down to a dungeon, and then shot in the face.
And this is like, yeah, we're on the beach.
We're on the beach, and Justin Timberlake's here. He took my mom away with a dick on his box. Or a box on his dick.
And we all just entertain. Oh, that wasn't the right time to bring that up.
Other song, wrong song.
Then the album kind of slowly wraps up. La Familia's alright.
Is that the one about his daughter? Oh,
that was the one where it's like, head of the family.
Oh.
I thought it was okay.
Wait, is Jay-Z Blue, the song right after BBC, is that about his daughter?
I think so.
Her name is Blue. She's got the blues.
Blue Ivy. Blue Moon.
Yeah. Speaking of blue, so I was thinking of I forgot what song it is, but this is a theme that Kanye also runs with. But oh shoot, what is it? They talk about Billie Holiday a lot, and this that's that one song that she makes. What was it? Strange Fruit, about like slaves or like people being lynched. It's like that's one thing that they both discuss in depth. Actually, Kanye samples it like a part of that song, which is kind of weird.
Which we'll get to.
We'll get to. Yeah. Maybe if you're lucky. If you pay $500 for a special Riff and Ralk Music Tock headphones / mustard dispenser for your hot dogs.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be great.
Overall, a very safe album, I would say, from Jay-Z. Some good singles. Some good stuff to download.
Oh, yeah,
Holy
absolutely.
Grail, Picasso Baby.
Oh, yeah.
I would say Oceans, BBC. I know you don't like BBC. La Familia. Other than that, there's a lot of stuff in the middle. It's just kind of.
It had some low-down gangsta shit too. I mean, like Rick Ross song.
The Rick Ross song is terrible.
Yeah, but I mean, it was there. Tom Ford.
I fucks
with Tom Ford.
Yeah,
whatever.
Reinvent the Concorde.
Got a condo in my condo, baby.
My motherfucker's a billionaire, motherfucker.
Yep.
In conclusion, Jay-Z is rich and you're not.
He can also count up to 20 million, but not in a row.
He skips a few.
He's good at math, though. Well, would you recommend our listeners throw some money down on Magna Carta Holy Grail?
Full album, no. Because there's just some stuff in there that's really uninteresting to me. That was just kind of fluff and just not that exciting compared to some of his other albums, like his Black album, which listen to that thing all the way through. You're going to love it. Go on iTunes, download 5-6 tracks. You kind of have the best of it. The rest is kind of meh.
Or if you have a Samsung Galaxy, just download it from a special store. What was it? Was it free?
I don't know because I didn't download it.
Free. Then you can give it to like 2 other people.
Oh man, I have a Samsung Galaxy
too late
right
now.
here. Did you know with the Samsung Galaxy, I can open up 2 different programs at once?
Wow, with my Microsoft laptop computer, I can open up 50 at least. Also, with my mind, I can make up apps that will never exist in real life.
Like one that gives you bacon.
Yeah. It's called ODB. On-demand bacon.
I was thinking old dirty bacon.
That too. Dirt but girt.
But yeah, the album's 60 minutes long. Could have probably been 45 minutes.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It was a little too long, but I mean, overall, considering some of Jay-Z's other albums, like Blueprint 2 and the Blueprint 3, it is a pretty good album. I recommend people at least throw some money down for the album.
Yeah.
Unless you already got it, then congratulations. You know exactly what we're talking about. Woo!
And then it gets dark.
Yeah,
As we enter the world of Yeezus.
Magna Carta Holy Grail is like the Apollo to Kanye West's Dionysus, which is just one big orgy of an album that is 40 minutes long, which I thought was pretty nice. It was a nice length.
That's an important thing. It's a nice round, even number.
Yeah. The album Yeezus.
Is an album.
If you guys have been to your local music store, you might have seen it. It looks like a mixtape that somebody in a busy town would try to sell you, like on the sidewalk. It just looks like a mixtape with a piece of red duct tape to keep it to seal its freshness in. On iTunes, it is literally just a picture of the album, like as the album cover. Somebody got out their Kodachrome and snapped a couple photos.
Kanye was really pushed to have the clear album art through iTunes, but the technology wasn't there.
It wasn't.
He was kind of pissed.
He is too prophetic in that sense.
I'm right in saying you are relatively familiar with Kanye's other work.
I have listened to Kanye West in the past, yes.
Well, I mean, like his other albums and stuff. Okay.
Have you ever listened to anything else?
I mean, like I've heard it, but I've never listened to another Kanye West album all the way through.
You've never listened to The College Dropout?
No.
Oh man, that is one of the absolute best hip hop albums that has ever been made ever.
Right. So this is the first one I listened to all the way through.
Oh man.
And
you're not living.
Well, what did you think of Yeezus?
So,
because this is, I'm guessing, is a pretty large departure from his normal shtick.
Yes and no. Technically, every album has been a large departure from what he's been doing in the past, 10 years. It all started with 808s and Heartbreaks, where he just kind of got sad and started playing around with auto-tune.
That was the one where he thought he could sing, right?
That's the one where he thought he could sing, yeah. That is by far the most embarrassing Kanye album ever. And then after that, he made My Dark Twisted Fantasy, which won a Grammy, right?
I don't know.
Well, it won an award.
And it made Robert Fripp quit music.
Yeah, but it was a great album. It was really well put together. It had everybody in it. What was his name? Tommy Iommi. Elton John was in it. Everybody was. I was in it. You know, I snapped my fingers along in the record studio that I wasn't at ever. But this album, he kind of went in a completely different direction.
Again,
but he took along all of his famous friends. For instance, the first 2-3 songs were produced by
Daft Punk.
Who we reviewed their album. What? It was our last episode, right? The one
couple
before
episodes
that?
ago.
Couple episodes ago. We reviewed Random Access Memories. We gave it all sorts of thumbs up. And then I feel like if you guys listened to the first 3 songs, you would have no idea what the fuck was going on if you had ever listened to Kanye or Daft Punk. You really wouldn't have guessed it. They blended in. They just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they were thinking, but the delivery, especially on the first album, which is On Sight, which kind of sounds like a Death Grips song. It was just raw and made you feel like you were being stabbed in like a weird alleyway in Czechoslovakia.
Well, and I'm glad you brought up Death Grips because one of the comments I had written down as I was listening to it is that many of these tracks, especially the first 3 or so, definitely had the sound of he found out that there's underground hip-hop. Like, he went to a Death Grip show, or he found out about Dalek or LP or Techno Animal, any of the sort of the more aggressive experimental hip-hop acts. He went, oh, no, I can do that. And so he just tried to mimic it, but it was then written by 6 other people who went, Kanye, no one's going to buy that then. We need to make this modestly marketable. And it's sort of a weird, really mixed bag of sounds and styles, and it felt really all over the place.
I really like the line from the first song, On Sight.
There's a lot of great lines.
No sports bra, let's keep it bouncing.
I liked from that song, Gonna Get Shaken Like Parkinson's.
That's also a good one. But during the first like 2 or 3 seconds, it sounded so much like Death Grips. I was like, it goes, it goes, it goes, it goes, it goes. It was
PICASSO BABY!
But like it's just deep and raw. Like you guys have heard of Lou Reed, right? Yeah, sure. Lou Reed wrote an article about how much he loves Yeezus, and it is very evident. If you guys have ever heard any Velvet Underground or Lou Reed plus Metallica,
Metal Machine Music,
which is an album Lou Reed made, it is just a clusterfuck. And that's what I feel like Kanye was going for in the first couple of songs, because it's just like deep and dark and there's all sorts of stuff going on. But so,
hold on, does it work though? Does he succeed in producing deep, dark, gritty music compared to some of his peers? Like, if you were to compare Black Skinhead with, let's just say Guillotine by Death Grips, who did it better?
At parts, I feel, although, I mean, you have to take it line by line with Kanye, because, like, one line it could be like, yeah, this really works. Then 10 seconds later, it's like, no,
he pulls you out of it because it's so stupid.
Yeah, because that's exactly what he does. He jerks you around, and then he takes out the auto-tune, and, like, he sings with his real voice, which is unbearable. And I actually wrote a note. He can't hit a note worth a damn. It's better than auto-tune, though, I guess. And then, what is it? It is literally 2 songs later, and I wrote down, auto-tune's not a bad touch. It's better than him just singing, though, I guess.
Black Skinhead is more of a hip-hop song. It has him screaming on it. Has mentioning 300 bitches, we're the Trojans. Yeah, that happens.
Like he's taking he's constipated.
It doesn't feel super. Again, I've never listened to Kanye West, so you can tell me I'm really wrong. It almost doesn't feel genuine. Like he literally listened to some alternative stuff and went, "Oh, I can do that too."
Remember, this is the same guy that recently sold hip hop T-shirts that were white cotton tall tees for $120 each. And it sold out. He bought a 12-pack. Just sold the bitches. So yeah, he thinks that he can do anything.
As you were saying, this album shifts pretty radically again after the 3rd or 4th track.
Yeah, it gets... Well, that's because the production lineup radically changed. Like, it went to being... oh, shoot, I forgot who was...
Goldstein?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Well, I forgot what name he goes by.
West?
Well, yeah, Kanye West.
Dean?
Kanye,
Arca?
Let's see. I Am a God.
I Am a God.
Wait, I think that one was produced by Daft Punk as well.
That one was Daft Punk as well.
Daft Punk. Shit. New Slaves. That wasn't produced by Daft Punk.
No, that's when it was no longer Daft Punk.
Oh, yeah, with Frank Ocean.
Was it really?
New Slaves has Frank Ocean in it. Yeah, he sings at the end. And then I think they try to auto-tune him, or Kanye's auto-tune. It works at the end. And then they've got the Hungarian guy that sings at the end because they sampled the song throughout.
Yeah.
That was a nice touch. I thought the song New Slaves was pretty well.
But then Hold My Liquor, where he goes back to auto-tune, is
that the one where the last 2 minutes is just him auto-tuning himself? All right, wait. I think we should pause and play a few seconds from pretty much one of the first 3 songs. Let's do I don't know, I Am a God.
I Am a God.
And then let's play a little bit from
I'm In It.
Well, Hold My Liquor. That's got Bon Iver in it, or sorry, Bon Iver in it. And I'm under the impression, and I am a staunch defender, I'm going to go to the White House and petition them that Kanye and that guy from Bon Iver should make a full-length album, like a duet, just like Hold the Throne or Watch the Throne. It would be amazing. It would be amazing. Did you not like Hold the Liquor?
No.
You didn't like it? Oh my God.
Anytime Kanye tries to sing Little Baby Puppies Die.
Oh man, I loved it. I love that song. But I just like Bon Iver. But let's play a song. Let's play a sample of. Oops.
You tried to touch my non-touch screen computer and it confused.
It is a giant Swift.
And then you get to Blood on the Leaves and it starts changing again.
Is that the one where they sample?
Yes.
Yeah, they sample the Billie Holiday song.
Strange Fruit.
Well, actually, I believe it
Leaves.
is. Oh no, it's Nina Simone's cover of a Billie Holiday song.
Yeah.
And honestly, I wrote a note, and it says it's not a Kanye album until he samples Nina Simone. Which, if you guys have ever heard any other albums that he's produced, like Common's B or really anything, he samples Nina Simone.
I thought that song was all right. I enjoyed it. Did you write down all the choice lines?
Most of them. All right, here's one from Hold the Liquor. It's called Pussy Had Me Floating. Feel like Deepak Chopra. Pussy Had Me Dead. Might call Tupac over. First off, I don't know how that flows, but he made it work. And then, wait, God. Excuse me, guys. I'm sneezing. I'm allergic to people that don't like Bon Iver.
I didn't say I dislike Bon Iver.
But there was... What song was... It's not Blood on the Leaves. It was song number... Oh, yeah. The song I'm In It has this line. Had to stop at 7-Eleven like I needed gas. I'm lying. I needed condoms. Don't look through the glass. What? What kind of logic was he... What was...
Did he also pick up the sweet and sour sauce for the Asian pussy?
He did. He loves the sweet and sour sauce. There's another line from that same song. It goes like this. I know you need that reptile. She cut from a different textile.
Yep.
What? Okay. But in Blood on the Leaves, they it was produced by a whole bunch of people.
As with all these songs.
But it had not only sampled Nina Simone, but it had 808 drums going on in the background. It had piano. It had trumpets and trombones going. It was powerful shit. And then the next song, it all kind of
Falls apart
with Kid Cudi. Although I don't mind Kid Cudi when he sings. When he tries to rap about like smoking weed is kind of dumb.
The thing that I've noticed with this record is there's a lot of attempts at sincerity, and I think with all like the goofy lyrics and stuff that Kanye West brings up, or the Have My 300 Bitches stuff, you have a hard time accepting him trying to be sincere and deep because he draws all those wacky analogies of him having orgies, and then it's like, well, I'm sad now.
Oh yeah, well I mean he's been saying since day one that he's like, well, that he's super self-conscious. And that he tries to act out so people don't notice, or so people like him. And so it's just gotten out of hand the last few years. But
people then don't tend to like him because he acts out.
Yeah, but then other than that, he's like really self-conscious and like he's I like to think that he's an introvert. That like he loves music, he loves all sorts of different music. That's why they sampled that one Hungarian song.
Or they sampled Can a couple albums ago.
Can, King Crimson, all sorts of obscure shit. They like he pretty much picked but like it's just all got into his head, and it's not really paying off for him.
No.
Until he released this song called "Send It Up." This song was amazing. What song number was it?
That was number 9.
Song number 9. I honestly had no opinion for this.
You mentioned that you really liked it. I'm like, which one was that?
It was the boring one.
Was he trying to sing in this one too?
No. He it started off. It was weird. Like Kanye didn't get into it until pretty much the end of the song, or like the middle. But he has one verse in the entire song, and he says the line, "On my bodyguard's back like Prince in the club. She say, can you get my friends in the club? I say, can you get my Benz in the club? If not, treat your friends like my Benz. Park they ass outside till the evening end."
Yep.
That was...
Where's my damn croissant?
That was both brilliant and completely fucking insane. But, I mean, just that one... Or I guess that was like 3 lines. It was... It was good, but it was... If it was in any other song, it would have gone over pretty well. But this song is just pass.
Then they round up with Bound 2.
Which is the sequel to a 14-second long sound clip that he put up on his website called Bound.
Oh, okay.
14 seconds.
I kind of enjoyed this one.
Yeah, this was great.
They're sampling something. I'm not totally sure what it is.
Hang on, let me research a little
bit.
bit.
But he kind of mutates it a little bit and twists it up.
And Charlie Wilson's there. I like Charlie Wilson. I think he's the ugliest human being in the world. With his stupid little pencil-thin mustache. But he's a really, really good singer. They sample a bunch of songs. According to rapgenius.com, they sample Brenda Lee's Sweet Nothings.
I think that's what I'm hearing mostly.
Wee's Aeroplane, the reprise, and the Ponderosa Twin Plus One's song Bound.
Oh.
Which also
Bound
means,
2!
Yeah, which also ties together.
What?
I know, right? Tying things together. It's like we're Nardwuar over here.
So would you recommend Yeezus?
For people who like Kanye, and they like his music, I would recommend it. It is the most radical Kanye album I've ever heard. Whereas My Dark Twisted Fantasy is the I want to say the tamest. No, I guess Graduation would be. Alright, so he strays away from who Kanye is the most. But people that have never heard of Kanye and don't know what to expect, I would recommend picking it up, but listen to some of his other albums first so you get a sense of...
Or go on the YouTube and listen to a track or two first before you commit, because this is not... If you are a big Kanye fan, I'm having a hunch and you just bought this on the faith that you're going to get more...
No.
If you're going to get more like Gold Digger or Power, you're going to be like... The first 15 seconds of the first track are going to make
like
you go...
an ear... It's a fucking... monster fuck.
It just sounds like static feedback.
It is crazy. But I feel like people should go out and pick it up. It is a good album.
I think I would agree, even though I'm not the biggest fan of this album or certain tracks of this album. The thing that works for it is it's a mainstream hip-hop artist doing sort of underground hip-hop stuff. And if they're giving those sounds some exposure, to me that sounds like there's some faith that then maybe some underground hip-hop artists will then get some more recognition, that making beats out of really twisted sounds will maybe get some sort of attention. Because the stuff he's doing, especially on those first 3 couple tracks, is not anything new by any means. You pick up an old Dalek album, they've been doing this for 10 years or so. I mean, Dalek literally is just they add a drum track to a bunch of static and nonsense, and those were and they'd rap over it. Or Death Grips did sort of a newer example where they're rapping over just chaotic sounds, or Blackie, all caps and spaces. So it exists, but he does provide a little bit more of a pop sensibility to it. So if you're willing to take that plunge, and I think you should take that plunge, pick it up. But if you like something safe, or you want some more classic Kanye, quote unquote, like his radio hits, you're gonna be really unhappy with your purchase.
You're gonna hate yourself.
So
stick with Dark Twisted Fantasy, or my Dark Twisted Fantasy, if you want to stick with a cleaner, nicer Kanye.
So we have 2 albums here. One that plays it safe, and by the way, Jay-Z is a billionaire, in case you weren't aware. Plays it safe. We get some good singles, but nothing really earth-shattering. And then we have one that is fresh and daring, albeit alienating, and sometimes falls on its face pretty badly. So Ryan, if you were to have to buy either Yeezus or Magna Carta Holy Grail, which would your money go to? Bear in mind, I don't think the vinyl Yeezus is going to come up anytime soon, because I don't think they've invented clear paper.
That is a good point.
What would that packaging look like? Or they just put a giant picture of the CD on the record.
I think that's what they would do. I would go with Yeezus. Absolutely. Because it's so unlike what he's done in the past. Whereas Jay-Z, it's kind of more of the same. Where you're just bragging about how rich he is.
He is a billionaire, just so you know.
There's a condo in his condo.
And a yacht in the condo, in the hole in the middle of the sea.
But what you guys don't really understand is when he says condo in his condo, he's actually talking about an artist's work is in his condominium. The guy's last name is Kondo.
Fuck.
He comes from the Contra. And the Congo.
Picasso, baby.
Which one would you pick, Alex?
Well, here's the funny thing is, neither. I would pick up LP and Killer Mike's Run the Jewels. A far superior album by 2 up-and-comers that execute.
That's not fair. You can't do that. You have to pick. You have to pick.
All right. We probably won't. I don't know if we'll get to that album ever, but if you've never heard it, the group is called Run the Jewels. It's LP and Killer Mike, 2 fantastic hip-hop artists from New York, and they released an album called Run the Jewels. It's free. Download it or give them some money for the deluxe CD. It is disgustingly good. Although they say the words "Run the Jewels" about 10,000 times in the album.
Run the Jewels.
Almost like that.
Oh my
god.
God.
That almost happens a couple times.
Am I Killer Mike?
Maybe. Then I would have to be LP.
That's all right.
You will have sex with a stripper and do shrooms at the same time. There's a song about that.
Oh, wow.
But in between these two, me personally, I would pick Yeezus for my personal listening pleasure. I would recommend my friends, though, Magna Carta Holy Grail, because I couldn't in good faith tell them to buy Yeezus, and then they come back and go, why the fuck did I just listen to a song that starts off as...
And then the song that ends with 2 minutes of auto-tune.
Right. And that's the dichotomy of Yeezus, is that it works on so many levels, and then it's totally accessible on some levels, and in some levels it's completely inaccessible, overwrought, and really pleased with itself. Where Magna Carta is just that nice, happy medium where it's Jay-Z's like, I got billions, I can put out whatever I want, here's a pretty safe, middle-of-the-road album.
So we could do like a Google Plus Hangout.
We should. If you would like to have a Google Plus Hangout, if you would actually attend our Google Plus Hangout, let us know, and we'll do that.
I'll even make a Google Plus page for us.
We kind of have one, because we have a YouTube account, so it connects the two.
We have a Google Plus page, everybody.
Guys, if you are familiar with Google Plus,
which you should, because Google Plus is pretty sweet.
We were also working on our Friendster page. We'll be launching that soon.
And MySpace is coming back, so
MySpace is...
keep an eye out on that.
Yeah.
Did Justin Timberlake buy MySpace, or did he just advertise for it?
I don't know. I mean, he could buy. Jay-Z could, because did you know he's a billionaire?
He can count almost all the way to $1 billion.
He's so good at math. Between some of the choice lines in Yeezus and Jay-Z being really fascinated with his money, he got some great material to work with.
Oh, there was a line that I forgot to read from Yeezus. Where is it?
There's a bunch we probably didn't go over, and they stick out like really badly. So as you're listening, you will.
Actually, there's so many I want to read. All right, so this is from the song "I Am a God" featuring God. I'm in a French ass restaurant. Hurry up with my damn croissants. Where else? All right, it's from song number 7. What was that? Blood on the Leaves. He says, she Instagram herself like hashtag bad bitch alert annotate. He Instagram his watch like hashtag mad rich alert. No, that does not rhyme. Yes, he talks about hashtagging in Instagrams.
So did Jay-Z, though.
Yeah, but he says, I'm not into that Instagram
But
shit.
then he mentions Twitter, too. He's like 140 characters on the streets.
Oh, yeah, he's like, fuck Twitter. Y'all need to get some books. Anyway.
I got billions. I got a yacht in my books.
Another line from Blood on the Leaves is, now you sitting courtside, wifey on the other side. Annotated. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, I messed this up. Oh, yeah, sitting on the other side. Gotta keep them separated. I call that apartheid. Whoops, I kind of copied and pasted the one before that into the middle of this one.
Kanye may not have the exact definition of apartheid.
Oh, no. And then finally, why does this one have annotate in it as well?
You really liked that one.
The word annotate just shows up in all these things. Okay, here we go. This, that, what we do. Don't tell your mom shit. This, that, red cup, all on the lawn shit. Got a fresh cut, straight out the salon, bitch.
Wait, that's it?
That's it. It doesn't make any sense. But when Kanye says it, it sounds pretty good. But when you read it out loud, word for word, it doesn't mean anything.
Oh, god damn it, Kanye West.
This, that, red cup shit.
I imagine that's something related to partying?
Yeah.
Or apartheid?
Oh yeah, apartheid. Yeah. I found another one. This is the secret bonus line.
Oh.
Close your eyes and let the word paint 1,000 pictures. One good girl is worth 1,000 bitches. Yeezus out.